Now we want for anybody who is an administrator role is a major concept. First, we'll start with object level security. Right. Question is, in how many ways we can control the permissions on the object? We are not speaking about the data in the table. We are speaking about the permissions you have in the table. Now, let us say, if you want to come inside, if you want to come to the classroom and talk to me, first you should have permission to the building. The security at the building may stop you. Then when you come to my classroom, right? When you come to my classroom, now we need to, come to the classroom. Then the security at the door, he will stop you. He will ask you to show your IDs. Then you come inside. Then you can ask a question. Now directly I cannot speak whether you have permission to speak to me or not. First I have to speak to you. First I have to ask you whether you have permission to enter this building or not. Then I will ask you the permission to enter this room or not. Then I will ask you whether you have a permission to talk to me or not. Right. This time slot is given for a particular group of students. This time slot is given to a particular group of students. Student who is taking a 6 o'clock batch, he cannot come this time to ask a query. He has a query which takes around 15 to 20 minutes. He has he is working on some project. He needs some assistance. Now he cannot come at 9 o'clock and ask me, boss, solve this problem. Now we have restricted this time slot is given to a group of people, for whom we are promised to take a classes. Now other people cannot come at this time and disturb my classes. Now what is the security? If other student want to come this side, first you should have a permission at the building security. Then he has to have the security at my classroom. Then he should come back to room. Now what is it? We are restricting him at different levels. Now when you enter the building, the admin people will be there. They'll ask you, boss, which batch you belongs to? Now you cannot go. Are you getting my point? So that similarly, when I say data security, the data security is given at 3 levels. One is object level, second one is field level, third one is data level. Object level, field level, record level. Record level is nothing but data. Object level security, field level security, and data level security. That is record level security. So we need to look at this in 3 different perspectives. First one is object level. When I say object level, in how many ways we can control the permissions of the object? Profile, then profile level permission set. Now before I specify this, I also need to ask you, first one, particular object. Are you speaking about a particular object or all the objects in database? Now you want to control the permission on a particular object or every object in the database level. When I say particular object, then I have profile at profile level, permission set. This also control it. Profile level permission on a particular object or all the objects in the database. I want to tell you the point. We can control an individual object or as a overall we can also control. Now when you say particular object, we are speaking about read, create, edit. We also have view all. At entire database, This is how we got. In how many ways we can control the permissions on the object, particular object or all the objects. Now, at the end of the game, how are we controlling? At profile level. Let it be a particular object or a group of object. Permissions are controlled at a profile level. Okay. First question. Who can create a new object? Who can create a new object? Users whose profile has customized application. They can create. First of all, if you want to create a table itself, what is the permission you require? Users whose profile has customized application, they can create a new object. How will you control? An existing object, how will you control? Now what I have to do? Look at the point. I will log in as a particular user. I will log into the application as a student. When I click on the customer, this guy is able to find what? First of all, is this object should be shown to this profile or not? User with, okay, whoever is having student profile, okay, is he permitted to see this object? Because every table in the database may or may not be visible to every employee. Now, which objects I have to show? Which objects in the database, which table in the database should be visible to this group of people? Now I am speaking about group of people. I am speaking about a group of people. For this group of people, what are the objects that should be visible? Then I will go to their profile. What is the profile I gave? Manage users. Profile. Edit. Scroll down. First I told you customize application, right? What is that? Customize application. I removed it. When you remove it, what will happen? You will not be able to create objects. You will not be able to create objects. Scroll down. So, student is a student. Setup, create objects. He was able to see existing objects, but he was not able to see. He is not able to see the button called new. He was not He was not able to see a button called new. Right? Create. He is not able to see because we are not given the permission. Right, boss? So customize application. That is the reason he is not able to create an object. Then go to customer object. What is the profile we had? Now go to customer object. In the customer object, I am giving. I removed all the permission. If you remove all the permission, you will not be able to see the customer. So go back here. Setup. Still, he was able to see this object. What is the reason for it? Okay. If we go back and see what is the profile I gave to student first. Users. Student profile. Why he was able to see that object? I already removed, right? Yesterday, while discussing the concept of permission set, Yesterday we discussed about the permission set concept. Then what did I told? I created some extra rules. Now it is not there in the profile, but I gave him some extra permission. That is the reason he was able to see. Now I removed the permission set. Now look at this. He was not able to see. Yesterday, to explain the permission set, okay, we removed the permission from profile. Through permission set I give. That is the reason the student was able to see the customer object. Now according to the profile, now I remove the permission set. Go to the profile. Go to the student profile. Edit. Scroll down. No permission. Now read. For this profile, on this object, read permission I am giving. When you give read, what happens? You can see the object and view the records in the object. So go to the student. I logged in two different browsers. One as student I logged in, another one as on the same browser I can log in as only one user. That's why I have taken another browser. I logged in as a student. Now if I open a student setup, now he is able to see customer. But when I click on customer, there is no button called new. He can see the records. Is he getting the buttons called edit or delete? No option to edit, no option to delete, no option to create. If I want, I can see the data because you have read permission. So on the object, if I give read, in the object if I give read, user with that profile can see the object and see the record. Which records you can see, I cannot tell them. I can tell you that object is visible to you. I cannot tell which records in the table will be visible. Again, there is a different story. Now we are only discussing about whether table is visible to you or not. In the table, if there are 1000 records, can you see that 1000 records or not? It is not the question here. Permission on the table will not control record level permission. Permission on the table is controlling only can you see the table or not, that's all. Right, okay. Now, then I gave, scroll down, create permission. You are able to see the new button here. New button. Similarly, we have edit and delete. If you open, you get a button called edit and right? Is that was clear? Okay. So permission on the object is controlled by who? Profile. Your profile will control whether you have access to the table or not. On the table, what you can perform? Is it only read? Is it only edit? Is it only delete? What type of operation you can perform on the object? Now I want to say, boss, show me all the records in the table. This group of people should see every record in the table. This group of people should see every record in the table. This is a view all and a modify. This is dealing with the data. We discussed it separately. Now on the table, what we have? Read, create, edit, delete. Read, create, edit, delete. Are you clear about this? Right. There is a separate permissions. We'll discuss in the data level. Read permission, create, edit, delete. Right. This is for a particular. Now, this profile is able to see this application? No. Loan? No. Payment? No. So, this is object level permission and profile. Now, this is for all the group of people who have this profile. But now what I want to do, for a particular person, I want to give a permission on an object. Then what should I do? Go to permission. For this group of people, I don't want to give access on the object, but in that group, for a particular person, I want to give a permission. Then I will go with the permission set. Then I will go with the permission set. Right? For a particular person, if you want to give, like I told you, yesterday we discussed the concept. I have a profile. I have a group of people. Now, these three people have permission here. Don't look at my artistic nature. Look at the concept. Now, I got a permission here. As per this profile, I'm giving these are the permissions. So all these three users now have access on this object. But what I want to say, for Kiran, I want to give read, edit, delete, only for Kiran. These three people have the same profile. They have read and edit. But for the Kiran, I want to give some extra permission called delete and create. And what I was supposed to do? Create permission set. And assign this permission set to the user. Is that was clear? Okay. Now let us see how it can be controlled. Setup, administer, manage users, permission sets, new permission set, I gave some name for which license. I am designing this for Salesforce. Choose the license. Then go to object settings. Then we have to go with this. Right? Object settings. Choose the object, application object, edit, available, the tab. If you want to see the object, tab also should be visible, right? Then we have record types here. Which record type should be visible? Then read, create, edit, delete. Similarly, we have loan and payment. Go to the loan. Loan, edit, available, visible. Read, create, edit. Right, boss? Now, this is a profile and a permission set. So what is that? We can control the permissions on the object at the profile level. Right? What will you do? At the profile level, we will define permissions on the object. Next. If you want to grant any extra access on object, then we control particular user, then we will control using permissions. So finally, object level permissions are controlled at what level? Profile level. Or particular user you want to give any extra permission? Permission set. These are the two areas through which we will control the security of the object. Only object. We are not speaking about the data in the table. I am not speaking about data in the table. I am only speaking about particular object. On this object, can you see new button? Can you see, okay, edit button? Can you see delete button? If I have button, doesn't mean that I can create. Button is visible to me. When I click on the button, what will happen is the second story. Whether I have a permission to edit or not, delete or not is second story. But I can see the button. I am allowed to see the button. Right. Next, let us take some use case. In the organization, no one should be able to delete the record. How will you achieve it? In the entire organization, I don't want anybody to delete the record from the table. How will you achieve this? Delete, go to every profile, remove the delete option so that nobody will be able to delete the record. But if you don't want anybody to delete it, go to the profiles, every profile, and disable the delete button. Right, boss? Okay. Now, all the objects. Now, I am speaking about a particular object, right? How I controlled? I went to every object. I went to a profile. Then I went to every object. I am controlling the permissions. No, not at every object. I want to show every object. Don't tell me each and every. Give him complete object. Now we have view all. If I say this, every table, every record is visible to you. That is at what? Organization level. Not at the particular table level, it's organization level. When I say organization level, every record, every table is visible to you. When I say modify all, you can see every record, every table, you can do whatever you want. View all is only you can see every table, every record. Modify all data, you can see every table, every record, whatever you want, you can perform. Right? This is at what? Entire organization database level. This is also controlled at what level? Profile level. For a particular user only, I want to give this permission. Go to permission set and transfer. For this, all the people who have this profile, I want to give. Go to profile, enable this. No, for only a particular person, I want to give it permission set. I hope you are good with this. If I want to show it, I'll assign it there. Okay, you want me to assign? Now I told this how it is controlled. How do you assign? Go to user. Go to permission set. Happy? Right. Come back. Is that was clear first? It is object level permission. Now object level permissions are controlled at profile level permission. Now we want to discuss the field level security. Object you are able to see, okay. In the table, which fields you can see? You are able to see the table, okay. In the table there are 40 fields. Can you see every field? Now, which fields are visible to you? Out of those fields, which data you can enter? Which data you can modify? I want to see field level permissions. When I say field level permissions, again come back. Field level access. How do you control? Field level security control. Profile level. Page layout. Partially we can also control record type. Field level security is controlled at profile level, page layout, record types. Now, profile level. On a field, we have visible, profile level, visible, read only. Profile level we have visible, read only. Visible, okay, read only. When I say visible, read and edit. We say visible, okay, read only. If I give both the things, become only when the field is visible, I can make it read only. This is what I give. Profile level, visible, read only. When I say visible, on that field, this particular profile, user with this particular profile can perform read and edit operation. If I give visible, read only, you can only perform read operation. No, read only yes, not allowed. Is that was clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? Okay. Now let us look at the next case. Let me tell you. Now, at the time of creating the field, we used to say next and save. Last next I told whether the field should be added to the page layout or not. But before that, there is one more step. Let us look at this. I am creating a field. What is that? Object payment. Then I am creating transaction date. Next. What was that? Enter the details. Next. In the next they are saying all these are what? Profile. For this profile, transaction date field, I told hide it. Clerk profile, show it. Contact manager, make it read. Marketing profile, hide it. Hide it. Make it read. Are you getting my point here? So you control, this is visible. For this person, make it read only. For system administrator, read and write. Read and write. Standard user, I told, let's hide. Platform user, I told, read. Are you clear? At the time of creating the field, we can specify on the field for this for this particular profile, is it a read permission or read and write or hide? What type of permission? At the time of creating a field, we need to understand what type of permission we are giving for a particular profile. For this profile, on this field, what type of access we have? Next, step number 4 is add the field to the page. This is the complete step of creation. Step number 1, choose the data type. Step number 2, enter the details. Step number 3, add the field level security. Step number 4, add the field to the page layout. Right? This is the complete step of creating a field. Is that was clear? Is that was clear? Now, if I am doing in this format, I am getting this. Suppose if I am creating the field using a schema builder, how will you get? This is a standard navigation. We are doing this. Suppose I was creating a field using a schema builder, how will you do that? Now, schema builder. Then in the schema builder, I am trying to create a field. Drag and drop. Do you have the steps here? We don't have any other steps, right? If you go with the standard navigation, shall I add the field to the page layout? What is the profile level permission on this field? Those things I have. But when I go for the schema builder, directly creation of field, it is not letting you to choose add the field to the page layout or define the permissions for the profile. That is the reason when I create the field using schema builder, it will not be added on the UI. When you create a field using schema builder, you cannot see them on the page. We used to go to page layout and add it manually because we don't have that permission here. So if you create the fields using schema builder, then how will you control? At the time of creating the field, I can go and say for this field, this is the permission. Let us say there are 40 fields which are already existing. Now I want to modify permissions on the existing field. How do you modify? Look at this carefully. Setup, administer, security controllers, field accessibility. Then you are able to see list of objects. Choose the object which you want. Then they're asking, you want to control the permission for a particular field, or you want to control the permission for a particular profile? For this profile, you want to change the permission, or on this field, you want to change the permission. Now I told, I want to control for a particular profile. Which profile is this? Student. Now they told, in the course object, these are the fields what we have, and this is the permission what is given to student. Now you want to modify it. Click on that A table. At the profile level, I told hide. Faculty name. Is that was clear? Is that was clear? What I am trying to do? If you want to control the permissions on the field later on, set up, administer, security controllers, field settings, choose the object. Now tell field level you want to control or profile level you want to control. For a particular field you want to control or for a particular profile you want to control. Choose it, modify the permissions. Is that was clear for everyone? Is that was clear? Okay. Now let me give you. We can define profile level access for a field at the time of creating a field using standard navigation. After the field is created, if you want to control the permission on the field, then what we are supposed to do? Set up, administer, security controllers, field accessibility, administer, security controllers, field accessibility, choose object, choose the profile, change this. Right, boss? This is after the field is created, you want to change. This is how we change it. At the time of creating the field, we can define it. This is what? For a particular profile we are speaking about. If you want to give to a particular user, you want to give a permission to a particular user, again, permission set. Again, I go to permission set, give the permission for a particular user. Okay. Now, next point we have. Here we have the second one. Boss, it is not only controlled with the profile level, it can also be controlled with the page level. At the time of creating the page layout, I can also control how the visibility should be there. So let me give you a quick example. Now I have 3 profiles. Let's see. Now I have a group of users. All these three people have same profile. All the 3 people have same profile. Now in between I had a record type. For this object I have 3 record types. I told education, this profile with education record type, this is the page layout. This profile with housing, this is the page layout. Same object, same profile. Same object, same profile. Profile is same. If you give profile level permission, I can give either read or write, I can give. But the point is, same profile, same object, but I have to show him different format. I told look at this case. Now, for the same profile, in one page it should be required. In another page it should be read and write. In another page it should be read only. I have one more page where that should not be displayed. I have one more page where the field should not be displayed. Profile is same profile. He should see it like a required field. In one context, he has to see as a read and write field. In another context, only read. In another context, hidden. If I give the permission at a profile level, only one permission I can give. If I give permission at profile level, I can only give one, either read, hide, read and write. But what happened? For the same profile, I want to give 3 different permissions on the same field. Then how it is possible? Getting my point here? Is that was clear? Right? For a profile, one permission, go to profile and give it. But when I have a concept of record type, for the same profile, same object visible in different formats. In one format, I am seeing the phone as required. In another format, phone as read and write. In another format, phone as read. So on the same field, I want to give different access. Then how will I give this access? That's how it is controlled at page layout layer. At the time of creating this page layout, I can control the field as required, read and write, read. At the profile level, you know who you are giving. I can also give the permission at page layout. Is that was clear? Did you get the context why I am going for this? For the same profile, one access. But the same profile has multiple views. Then how will you grant? It is not granted at profile level. It is granted at page layout level. Is that was clear for everyone? Okay. Okay, look at the point. We already done application object. housing. Now I'll say, okay, last name I'll make it as required. The housing, last name as required. So what I will do, how do you get it? Go to the object, application, scroll down, housing. In the housing, go to the page layout, last name, click on the settings, make it. So this field is required on housing. So go to application, new, housing. Let me go to another record type, new, education, not required. Still I can go to the object modify. Let's see, phone number should be read only. Go to page layout, education, phone number. So what is that? Click on the field, make it read and write, read only, required. So go to this education, right? Go to this new education. Now, why still you are able to see here? Why you are still able to see that this? I made the field as required, right? I made the field as read only. Still he is able to see. There is a permission called edit read only fields. Edit read only fields. If I enable that permission, even the field is readable field, you can perform right. Are you getting my point? So, right. Look at the point. We are able to control the permission of the field at a different page. So, what is the second point we had got? If a profile has we can control the permissions on a field at click on the field, open the page layout, click on the field, now the point here is at the profile level already you gave a permission, right? Again we are reassigning the permission at page layout, which will dominate. Profile level you already have given. Again at the page layout you are giving, which will dominate. Right. Then look at this. For the same profile we are discussing. For the same profile field level, for the same profile page layout. Profile is same. Okay. Profile level. The thumb rule is page layout cannot give more than what is available at profile level. Page layout, if they want, they can reduce the permission at profile level, but they cannot give more than what is available at profile level. Whatever I give at profile level, whatever I give at the profile level, that can be reduced at the page level, but I cannot increase the permission. Did you get the point? Question mark places. Let me put it in a different way. Chalo. Now, let me make it generalized. Right. Let me make it general. What was that example we can give? Chalo. Okay. Now, let us say this profile is a wife, friend. Your wife told, don't go for a movie. Your friend is inviting you for a movie, told you will sponsor everything. But finally, what is the permission, boss? Now, this cannot dominate this. You can only take the same or less than it. You can take the same or less than it, but this page load cannot take more than profile. Whatever I gave it the profile, I can use the same or I can reduce, but I cannot take more than this. Okay. Now let me take the same. Yes. Told, go for a movie, but your friend is not interested to come. What happened? At the profile level you have, but at the page layout, if he is not coming, drop out. Now, at a profile level, we gave permission. This friend told, boss, it's only read only from my end. So what happened? I can reduce. You gave read and write, but your friend said only read, it will come as read. Now, if he also says yes, did you get my point here? Field not visible. Right? Because here we got a read and write. I can hide it. I can read only, read and write. What is that? Page layout can reduce. You got a permission from your wife to go for a movie. Whether you go or not is your choice. That can be reduced here. Now here we have S and S. Then what happens? No. Now obviously what is it? Not. Yes. Is it accepted? This is not. Only within this zone, what they gave, you have to take it. At max, it is a read. You can also give read or less than read. Whatever the permission we gave at profile level, same permission can be given at page layout, or we can reduce it. Not more than this. At the profile level, if it say no, at the page layout also it will be no. In the profile level, if I give read and write, in the page layout I can give it as okay, hide, it's my choice. Profile level you have permission. In the page layout, I can give it as no, I can give it as read, I can give it as read and write. So page layout can reduce or give same permission what we have at profile, but it cannot give more than what is available at profile. Is that was clear? Page layout can reduce or give equivalent permission what is available at profile, but not more than what is available at profile. Is that was clear? Clear for everyone? Okay. Now let us see.
Yes.
I told, note, at the field level, if you make the field as required for all the page layouts, field is required. Now, at the page layout, if I make the field as required only for that page layout, At the field level, if you make the field as required, at the time of creating a field, at the time of creating a field, at the time of creating the field, at the time of creating a field, okay, if you make the field as required, then the field is required for every page layout. The field is required for every page layout. Now on the page layout, if I give, on the page layout, if I give the field as required, only for the page layout, the field is required. If you make the field as required on page layout, only for the page layout, field is required. If I make the field as required at the time of creating a field, that is required for every page layout. Are you clear? Right. At the time of creating the field, new field, if you say required, on every page layout, the field is required. For every page layout, field is required. No, I have not given required here. In the page layout, I made required. Then the field is required only for that particular page layout. Is that was clear? Followed, boss? Followed or not? Change your expressions, boss. Unable to track.
Satish.
Yeah.
How can you make this required field like red dotted? How can you make it it's compulsory?
Now, when you make it, when you choose this option, automatically this will come. Okay. When you choose the option called required, automatically the red line will come. Okay.
Okay. Thank
you. Fine. Let us see. How do you control it? See, whether you like it or not, a class will go. Okay. Learn happily. At least concept will get it. Right. Now, go ahead. Now, what we are doing, just now we have seen security level, right? What is that? Security controllers, field accessibility. Then we had we'll choose any object. Let us say coaching. View the fields. It is required. Why are you getting required? Now at the time of creating the field is required. I cannot alter it. At the time of creating the field, they gave the field is required field. You are unable to alter it. Now look at this. It is a page layout. It is a profile level. It is a. I can choose any other object on which I can modify. Application. First. No. For this profile. On the profile level, I gave read and write. At the page layout, I told. Then what happened? On this particular page layout, you will not be able to see this. On this particular page layout, you will not be able to see this. Are you getting my point? At the profile level, it's okay. But on the page layout, I am not showing you. Okay, or else I can say it's a read only. Or else I can say it's required. So profile level, page level. Both are controlled from same level called field level accessibility. Are you clear? Right. So this concept of controlling with the page load will come. The concept of controlling the value with the page load will come. The page load will come when you want to show in multiple formats. When you want to show in multiple formats. Now let me give you 1 minute. Let me give you. I have a single page layout only. Look at the point. I have a name. Three fields are there. Now my requirement is I have to show the name, phone. But the point is age you should not enter. Age you should not be able to enter. I should make it as only visible. If I open any record, in the table we have name, age. This age value is set programmatically. Using a program, I want to set it. If you want to set the value programmatically, that should be edit. Unless the field is edit mode, I cannot set the value. But while displaying, I should not use it to enter the data, but I have to only show what is the value. At the time of displaying, I should not allow the user to modify. I should only show the value. Now look at this. When I open this, age will come like, let us say 30. Here he is able to enter the data. This you can only see. But how this value is set? Programmatically it is setting. Now if you want to set the value programmatically, the field should have edit access. So in the object level, at the field level, you may have different access. How you want to present to the user is again a different story. Are you getting? So on the object you already have read and write. But when I am showing to you, I have to show like a read only. That is my business requirement. Right? So we have profile level, we have page level. As per your requirement, how you want to show the field, that we will be controlling with the page level. You may have any type of permission on the profile level, but how you want to represent this field on the UI is controlled with the page layout. Now let me give you a quick requirement like this. On an object, I have 3 page layouts. For the same object, I am creating 3 page layouts. You tell me how you will control this. For the same profile, I am trying to control. This is my requirement. Now tell me, for the same profile, this is the different views. Tell me at the time of creating a field, what type of permission you give on the field. At the time of creating the field, it should be okay. Now I will give field level, view level, then I give page layout 1. Page layout 2. Okay, this is my structure. Now what are the fields we have? Name. At the field level, what are the permissions we have? We have to check it out. Tell me what we give. Name I have to give it as read, write. So on the page layout also it will be right. Now I did not modify anything on the page layout. Age. On this we are able to see read and write. On this we are able to see read and write. Here it is only read. So what is the permission I have to give? At field level it should be maximum permission. Okay. The phone it is a read and write required, read and write. Should I give required here? If I give required, it will becomes required for every page load. So I have to give only read and salary, read and write, read, hide. So what is the maximum permission we have? This is what I gave at field level. In the page layout, for name, I am not going to give anything. It is by default. Age, okay. It is also going to be read and write. No extra permission given it. Salary, no extra permission. Whatever the permissions we have at field level, same things are applied at page level. In the page layout 2, phone field I have to make it as Salary I have to make it as, I am reducing the field level. In the page layout 3, age I have to make it as read, salary I have to. So when you want to have a multiple page layouts, you decide what is the maximum permission you need. That should be given at field level. That should be given at field level. Now, other things you want to reduce, then you have to go to the page layout and reduce it. Okay. So now, same context, I'll give you one more example. Now tell me, what is the access I have? This is my requirement. Tell me how you give it. Now, see, I give read, right? It is not necessary that I have to give like this. I give read. If I give read write, whether you want to show in the edit mode or not is your choice. At the field level, I give read and write. Okay. No, I want to restrict it. No, the person should not have, anybody should not have write permission on the field. I can give it read. If I give read and write, doesn't mean that it has to be read only field in the page level. Are you getting? Whatever I gave at a profile level, it can be reduced at the page level. It can be reduced at the page level. Okay. Now what was this? Look at the format. In this, I have to make it as read only. Here I have to make it as required. Here I have to make it as read only. Because on one page I want to take the data. So it has to be read and write. Anywhere if I want to enter the data, it has to be read and write. Any one of the context where the value of the field should be modified, it will be read and write. You don't want, go to page layout, make it read only. In this case, age, everywhere I am saying read. Are you clear about this? So we are controlling the permission at page layout and profile level and record type. Record type also says, for this record type, this is the page layout. On the page layout, I may show, I may not show. Show the field, hide the field. So ultimately, page layout, profile, record type, you control the access on the field. For a particular person, if I want to give a permission, go to permissions. For a particular profile, for a particular user, I want to control. For a particular user, I want to control, go to permissions. Here I have a quick point to discuss. I hope everybody followed this. Clear? Everybody is good with this? Now go to permission set. Now I have a question here. My question is, can we control field level? Okay, we already seen the field level, but can we control page layouts? When you go to object settings, we can choose the object. When you choose the object, edit, they are giving tab level permission, object level permission, field level permission. Object, tab, field. Permission set, we are okay. But do you have any permission called page layout for the permission set? No. Go back to this. So, every permission is not accepted in the permission set. Go to object level access. Now, applications, connected app permission, Apex classes, Visual Force, external data, named credential, custom permissions. I'll open it. What is the other one? System permission. Now, we will not be able to control record types. We will not be able to control record types, page layout with the permission set. So tell me one functionality that you cannot give with permission set. Page layouts and record type. Page layouts are controlled by profile. For this profile, this page layout. Record types are controlled by profile. Are you getting? So I cannot give page layout level permission, record type level permission for a specific user. I cannot control page layout, record type for a specific user. I can only control at profile level. Is that was clear? Right. Right. Field level permission can be controlled at permission set, but not a page layout and record type. I hope you are good with this. Good, boss. Now go ahead if you have any questions.
How to control buttons read only?
Now going to the profile, see, buttons are what? If you go to the profile, here's a question, how do you control the buttons? Go to the profile, go to the object, when you check edit button, edit checkbox, edit button will come. Delete, delete button will come. Okay. Do you get my point?
No. I want to make it read only.
See,
I want to see the button, but it should be read only.
Now, the point is, you want to see a record in the read format. It's not the table. Here's a question. You want to show the button, but the record should be, you want to show the button called edit, but that should be read only format. Now we are speaking about a particular record. It's not a table. What my point was? That we discussed at the record level permission. Record should be, button should be there on the record, but the button should be read only. You are controlling the permissions on the record. It's not the permission on the object. Got my point?
Okay.
Now, you mean to ask the same question. Look at this. I should see the button, but when I click on it, it should not allow me. Right? Is that the same question what you asked?
Exactly.
This is the control at record level, not at the object level. Now, object level we can control whether buttons are displayed or not. Whether this button work on that record or not is not controlled by object level. Object level says whether I can show these buttons or not. Whether that button is working on the record or not is not controlled at object level. It is controlled at record level. Right, boss? Right. Any other queries from your end on the topic?
Satish, one question. Lalita here.
Go ahead.
In the same lines of buttons, can I create my own button instead of edit?
Yes, that's a program again. There's a programming.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Any other queries from the classroom?
Satish.
One minute, online, just give me some time. The classroom, any queries from your end? Any queries? So are you comfortable with this? We cannot control it. If you want to give a different, create a different profile and assign to the user. Page layout, record type cannot be controlled at user level. It should be controlled at profile level. So you want to give it a particular user, whatever the profile he has, clone the profile, create a new profile, then assign to the user. Okay. Using a permission set, you will not be able to control record types and page layouts. So you design one more profile and make it. His question is, I want to assign particular page layout to a particular user. If there are a group of users with a particular profile, one of the users should get a different page layout, right? Right. So this is the question. We cannot be controlling it with the permission set. Rest all the permissions are controlled with the permission set. In this case, what should you do? Now a group of people have a profile. So create one more profile with the same permissions. In that profile, assign different page layout and give that profile to that particular user. There is no other option. Okay. Any other queries from the classroom? Any other queries? Right? Any other queries? Right.
Hi, Satish.
One online, wait for a minute. I'll come back. Just give me some time online. Any other queries from the classroom? Right, that's all from my end. Okay. Yes, online, go ahead now.
Satish. Hi, Satish.
Yeah.
Difference between edit and modifier.
When you take modify all, you can delete also. That is on the database level. Now modify is coming on the records, not on the table. Delete is on the table.
Okay.
Right. So modify all will be coming on database, not on the table. Not on the table. Right, boss?
Satish, I have two questions.
Yeah,
First question is, for example, if I given a exactly profile to CEO level, for example, CEO guy is one guy in our organization. I want to give a quick access as a mobile access to CEO. So I can create a permission set. I can edit in profile.
Come again. Could you please repeat the question?
See, I have an organization. I would like to give a permission to CEO. CEO has a separate permission set, a separate profile.
Okay.
So I can assign only that guy only. I cannot assign the groups.
Okay.
So I want to given a mobile access to CEO.
Okay.
So I can edit in profile. I can give a permission set.
We can edit in the profile also. System permissions.
Just permission.
Yeah.
And one more thing.
See,
if the
let me cut down. Okay. The mobile level access is not given at this level. That is given at user level. You need to go to the user. At the time of you create a user, you have a permission called mobile user. So that is with the profile or permission set.
So is there any chance in the profile I can system permissions?
First, let me finish that. Now you'll be having a permission here to make him as a mobile user. So if the user level, when you say user level, only for a particular user you are giving, go to that particular user and give your permission. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead with your.
And one more question is, if I have a role hierarchy, for example, I took an opportunities, I gave an edit mode, then I came to the profile that object settings, I have to give an only read. So which one it will take in the role level edit model, or it's in a profile level?
See, now again it is a combination. It's a combination that we'll be discussing in the record level permissions. It is a combination actually. Okay.
Okay.
In record level permission, we need to understand what is OWDs. We need to understand sharing rules. We need to understand modify all. We need to understand territory level access. We need to understand the team member. Then I cannot give access on this object in a single go. Now it's a combination of all this will work. So we need to see one by one. So basically,
okay, sir.
Basically, profile will not never control data. Only manage all, view all will control. If you give manage all the permissions will smash. Everything you will get it. Data level security is not controlled at profile. It is controlled with a different set of concepts called OWDs, sharing rules, manage territories, team members. Now you want to restrict all the permissions what are given at different levels. You want to give complete access. Then the profile level we have modify all and view all. Only those two permissions are controlled at profile level. Rest all the permissions are controlled with the different concepts. Okay. Now you need to see how the combination works. That's what we are going to learn on Monday and Tuesday.
Satish, hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Satish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Satish, small request. Could you please upload the video today?
Yeah, that would.
Little complex.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not actually.
Yeah, thanks.
There's a client meeting from last 2 days, client visit. So we are busy with the work.